So we have here the NCAA Division 1 Women's Volleyball bracket has been announced. So let's talk about it. So we have Morehead State Pittsburgh. We're hosting Morehead State at 7 Eastern. Utah and Oklahoma plays in a neutral site game at 4 Eastern. They play 2 games in the same weekend. In the same, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Hoping you either play Friday, Saturday, or Thursday, Friday, or you play Friday, Saturday. So you will have some overlap here with teams. With half the teams playing the first day, half the teams playing the second day. And then you have some of the second round games first round games mixed in, intermixed. But you have Pittsburgh, Morehead State, and then UTEP and Oklahoma. That's at 4 Eastern neutral site game. It's always the first game at that site. Obviously they favor the team that is hosting. Let them get the prime time. But you can't blame the school for doing that. And then the winners will play in that match. That's on the 7th, which is Saturday. The 6th and the 5th games are for Thursday. The 6th is Friday, and the 7th is Saturday. That's at 7 Eastern. And you have number 5 TCU taking Hawaii, and High Point taking number 4 seed Oregon. This is in the Pittsburgh quarter. And that's the winner. And that's at 7 and 9:30 Eastern. And the second game time is tentative. We have some schools are choosing to do a 2.5 hour slot, 2 hour game, and then 2.5. Some are choosing, to make it 3 hours. And so it's a little more time, for the second game to be on time. The host game on time. The winners will play at 9 Eastern on the 6th. And the 5th, you have at 7:30 Eastern, you have number 3 Kentucky and Cleveland State. And at 4:30 Eastern, you have Western Kentucky and number 6 Minnesota on the 5th. The winners will play on the 6th, which is Friday night at 7:30 Eastern. You have Missouri at the 5th, playing Texas State at 5 Eastern. And at Eastern, Wichita State is playing SMU. And then the winners will play on the 6th at Eastern. That's in the Pittsburgh quarter. Pittsburgh looks pretty tough, primed to go there. But SMU did beat Pittsburgh in a match. And you got Kentucky, which looks pretty solid. It's been looking solid. You got some top teams like Oregon, Minnesota, TCU. So you can all get, so you can all have some pretty good big fights here. And then the top seeds will host the top seed from each quarter that advances the first two game rounds. Top 4 seeds will host, top 16 seeds will host, top 4 in each quarter, and then top team in each quarter will host the third round games in the quarterfinals, which is the regional semifinals and the regional final. And then in the bottom left of the bracket, you have number 2 Stanford and Sacramento State at Eastern. They're playing the winner of Washington, number 7 LMU at 7 Eastern on the 6th. The winners will play on the 7th at 9 Eastern. Number 6 Florida and NC State playing at 5 Eastern on the 6th Friday. Colgate number 3 Kansas play at 7 Eastern on the 6th. And then the winners will play on the 7th for Saturday at 7 Eastern at 6 Eastern. Number 4 Purdue plays Western Michigan on the 5th, and Chicago plays number 5 BYU on Thursday at 3:30 Eastern. Winners will play on the 6th at 6 Eastern. Number 8 seeded University of Northern Iowa will play Northern Iowa, number 8 seed University of Northern Iowa will play Illinois at 4 Eastern on Friday, and then at 7 Eastern on Friday, Chicago State will play number 1 seed Louisville, and so that's the Louisville quarter, and the winners will play at 6 Eastern on Saturday. And you have here, and all for the first round games are on ESPN. All the first and second round games are ESPN Plus. third round games, the third round, round of 16, and the round of 8, the quarterfinals, will be on ESPN2 and ESPNU. They will be. You have, for the first round games will be on ESPN Plus. The second round games will as well. They would have the ESPN. It's not like NCAA softball and baseball tournaments, and like the women's basketball tournament where it's on every channel. Women's basketball is on ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, ESPN News, ABC. They're not. This is even like the NCAA softball tournament, softball tournament, and baseball tournament. Well, but they kind of wrap, so softball wraps a little bit of baseball, but even the softball tournaments on ESPN. Like after the shows are done, and then you have studio shows are done for the bunch of games all day on ESPN2, ESPNU, ESPN. They could do the same with the NCAA tournament, which I know before was on ESPN Plus. The game was, they had it on like streaming networks and stuff like that, but then they would be some on Big Ten Network and stuff like that, and like other networks would actually take advantage of that and actually put their games on when they could. The ones that they had rights to show that were hosted at Big Ten school. And then you had, but now a lot of them are on ESPN, all of them are on ESPN Plus, and you just have the fifth set whip around coverage. But I'm sure someday it'll be like that. Or if it gets big enough to where they'll have games on like all the networks throughout the day. Like, even if there's certain, not all games will be like the softball, baseball tournament, even. Right, they have games ESPN, ESPN2. And they have times, and then they'll just you know what I mean? You have games going. Some of them might overlap each other's starts and the ends, but for TV purposes. But they'll go back to back to back. So many games, a lot of games. They could do that, but I'm sure they will eventually. But not yet. They are not obvious. But we have number 1 Penn State overseas on the 6th at 7:03 Eastern, and Yale and North Carolina at 5 Eastern. The winners will play the 7th Saturday at 6 Eastern. These two games are Thursday and Friday at 6 Eastern Thursday. Number 5 Marquette FGCU, and at 9 Eastern Charleston, number 4 Utah. And the winners play at 9 Eastern on Friday at 7:30 Eastern on Friday. On Thursday, Texas plays number 3 seed. Texas plays Texas A&M Corpus Christi Islanders, and then UT Arlington at 5 Eastern plays number 6 seed Southern California USC. The winners will play at 7:30 Eastern on Friday. On Thursday at 5:30 Eastern, number 7 Varsity plays and Eastern South Dakota plays number 2 seed Green and the host seed number 2 Green in that bracket. And the winners play at Eastern on the 6th. That's the Penn State quarter. Then you have at Eastern number 2 Wisconsin Fairfield at Eastern, and Tennessee number 7 Georgia Tech at 5:30 Eastern. Both on the 5th on Thursday. The winners will play at Eastern on the 6th. Then you have number 6 Texas A&M Colorado State at 6 Eastern, and then tentative at 8:30 Eastern. New Hampshire number 3 Arizona State. That one's tentative. That will be 30 minutes after the end of Texas A&M Colorado State match. And then Eastern on Friday. Eastern on Saturday is when this game will start. Or is the second round game? Be up at Thursday at Eastern. You have Baylor and Wofford, and you have South Carolina number 5 Dean. Baylor is the host. South Carolina at 5:30 Eastern. Number 5 Dean in South Carolina. Then you have Baylor number 4 seed Baylor and Wofford Eastern. The winners will play Friday at Eastern. And then Friday at 5:30 Eastern, you have Miami, Florida, and South Dakota State. South Dakota State was the last unbeaten team Again, they're 22-0, less a mean team in the NCAA. Volleyball. However, they got ousted. They got in their conference tournament. They lost in their conference tournament to South Dakota. They did. So there, South Dakota gets as the 15th seed, being the number 3 seed in their conference tournament to win. While South Dakota State was the best team overall. They just get in because they just had like a tough loss. The stunner upset. Otherwise, they played really well in their season, in the conference season. So in conference tournament play, they just got a fortunate upset for them. But it's better for the summer. It's good for the summer league though. They get 2 bids. So they're bid Steelers. South Dakota State is, I guess you could say. Florida A&M. At Eastern, they played number 1 Nebraska. And that's both on Friday. And then on Saturday at Eastern, the winners of those 2 games will play